Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I'm Ruzimas Ayu Razali from Polytechnic Sultan Azhar Shah. So I would like to present my study, Entrepreneurship Among Rural Women's Youth, a study of factors that drive success in business. This study discusses entrepreneurial activity among rural women youth by focusing on the factors of success of women youth entrepreneurial venture into business in the Mu'alim district Perak. So the sample of the study consists of 100 rural women youth entrepreneurs who venture into business. So the method of data analysis for this study is descriptive, using percentage, means, and standard deviations. So finding shows that the rural women youth entrepreneur venture into business is due the success factor from the 4 factors presented, namely the skill factor, business strategy, attitude, and the use of information technology. So from the result of the study, found that the factor that's very influential is the factor of attitude of young women entrepreneurs. However, the use of technology does not lead to the success of women youth entrepreneurs. So youth is the largest group in the National Development Agenda. So according to the Malaysian Population Statistic by Youth and State 2020, shows that the total group of women youth is 7.1 million people of the total population in Malaysia. So meanwhile, the number of male youth is about 7.8 million people. So in the last 10 years, the total youth population, male and female, was about 11.614 million people, of which 5.91 million men and the rest women with 5.7 million people. So the influence of youth of the progress of the country is very significant in all aspects, especially in economic growth and development. So based on the goal of national development by 2020, Malaysia's target is to become a development country. So therefore, the role of youth as a catalyst is very important to be optimized because they are the generator toward the development process of developed country. Okay, the problem statement and objective. So many studies focus on the involvement of women entrepreneurs as a whole. However, there are still no studies conducted by looking at the involvement of women youth entrepreneurs in the field of entrepreneurship. So therefore, this study will look in more detail at the factors driving the success of women youth by focusing on rural area in the area around Mu'alim district Perak. So the objective of this study is to focus more on the factors that influence the success of rural women youth entrepreneurs around Mu'alim district in the field of entrepreneurship by taking into account the 4 selected factors, namely skills, business strategy, attitude, and use of technology. So the method of study, this field research study aimed to look at entrepreneur activity among rural women youth in Mu'alim district. So this study is descriptive research method, which used the questionnaire from instrument given to the respondent to obtain research data. So the instrument of this study used a survey adapted from Tuaibah Abu Bakar 2007. So questionnaire were distributed to the respondent to get feedback to achieve the objective of the study. The result of study and conclusions. So from the result of the study, found that the highest factor giving impact to the success of women youth entrepreneurs in the field of business is the business strategy factor. So while the factor that is very influential is the factor of attitude of young women entrepreneurs themselves. So skill factor also influence the success of women youth entrepreneurs. However, the use of technology does not lead to the success of women youth entrepreneurs in Mu'alim district. So as a whole, it is found that this study has achieved the objective that have been set in this study.